Welcome to the Trust Factor Radio, bringing you interviews and insights to unlock the power of the subconscious mind to create authority, credibility, and trust. With your host, the Authority Architect and best-selling author, Neil Howe.
Hello and welcome to the show. This is your host, Neil Howe, and today my special guest is Max Prokell. He is the owner of Venta Marketing Agency. They have offices in Denver, Phoenix, and in Missouri. He helps small to medium-sized businesses who are looking to use digital marketing and as an integrated tool to grow their business. Welcome to the show, Max Prokell.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it.
Well, let's get a little bit more background into yourself and Venta Marketing. How did you get started with that?
Yeah, so Venta Marketing was founded by myself roughly about 8 years ago. And I was doing work for a company that needed SEO. And at the time, didn't know much about SEO, but was eager to learn and kind of got put in a position where they were redoing a website. They heard about this thing called SEO that they thought could be beneficial to their new website. And I got put on the task and really just found a passion for that, as well as just marketing and all the things you can do with digital marketing to help grow a business. So I started Venta with just myself, and we've been around since 2011 and have just continued to grow. We're now in three states, have a little over about 20 employees, and just continuing to grow. So it's an exciting time.
Definitely. Congratulations on that. Starting your own business and growing it to that success in 3 states now. That is awesome. So tell me about some of the clients that you help. Do you have a certain kind of business that you really like to work with?
So we don't really focus on a niche as far as this particular industry or that particular industry. We certainly have, industries that are pretty common in the fact they benefit from digital marketing. But as far as the businesses we work with, it's mainly small to medium-sized businesses. We don't work with, Fortune 500 or enterprise level clients. It's really our team and our services are really tailored to a business that, one, we can come in and make a very positive impact pretty quickly, as well as with our team, we have a wide range of skill sets, from a digital marketing SEO team to a paid media team to a web design development team, as well as video production. And if we can work with a business that one can utilize those all those services and teams that we have to produce a great campaign, we like working with those businesses because we can, one, put together something that is very impactful, and two, then see it really help grow and drive their business. And that's the type of business that we enjoy working with, because we can really just see how we have helped them, which is a passion of ours.
Great. What kind of problems do these businesses have then?
As far as problems, I think that could range just depending on the project or business, depending on what we're taking on. But I will say something that we help people, one, just overcome when hiring an agency is just the one fact of trust. And whether they've worked with an agency before, worked with multiple agencies, or they never have, and it's always just been either in-house, they've handled that. Really building trust with our clients is something that over the years we've just found is so vital, just because in this industry, we still call it's the Wild West. There's not a ton of standardization of this is the exact way to do this, and it's marketing, so it's never really quite going to have that. But we just come across a lot of clients that they've worked with multiple agencies, and just it's never quite lived up to what they were hoping it would be as far as the relationship. And I think a lot of that has to do with trust, and really helping establish that and build a great relationship based on that is essential. And then I think the other problem that we see when we take on customers is they've never really had a campaign that was completely built around addressing their goals. Instead, it was more focused on we need to do this service. We need to post on social media. And at the end of the day, that could certainly be part of a campaign or strategy that helps achieve their goals. But we don't just want to say, this is what you should be doing. We want to first listen to what are you trying to accomplish, and then really match and pair that with services and strategies that align with your goals. And we call it taking a goal-centered approach. And that's what we do for our clients. And I think that's one challenge that, we've seen a lot of customers have, is they've just nearly been pushed upon do these services because they're, the latest buzzword, and it doesn't quite align with their goals. And that just has to go back to, have the correct approach. And then we have to be trustworthy enough that we're going to recommend and provide the services that are going to help them the most.
So what exactly are their goals, and how do you align with them?
The goals typically is grow, get more sales. That's typically the goal that we, come across with our customers. It could be, different levels of conversions that really drive those, whether it's just strictly lead gen, or if it's a software company that, it's driving free trial signups, or if it's an e-commerce site, it's sales. But then there's also campaigns where, conversions don't just have to be direct sales or leads. There's micro conversions, but typically the goals are, help grow my business, generate leads, or get me more sales.
So how are you able to do that for them then?
I think a lot of ways. One is we have a fantastic team that is committed to, one, our client success. And then two, we do what we say we're going to do, which I think in this industry is, something that if you can position yourself and actually achieve that as a digital marketing agency, you're doing a great job and setting yourself apart. But then also it's just, ensuring that when we work with a customer, we do great discovery, and we really understand not only their goals, but two, their business. And we help unpack, what are their unique selling points, and how can we position those or leverage those with digital marketing that's going to help drive traffic or drive sales, which again is going to align with their ultimate goal of helping grow their business.
So what is the biggest problem that you see with most businesses that you work with? Is it just getting traffic to their website?
I think it just, again, it's such a wide range. I think the biggest problem for a lot of businesses that we work with are, one, understanding the impact of every digital strategy that they're executing. So it's not only just, can we drive traffic to a website, but what is that traffic doing? Is it the right traffic? Because really, we could potentially have a campaign that decreases traffic, but it better aligns with their goals and converts much better because we're getting the right type of traffic. So I think the biggest problem that we see is just people not understanding exactly everything they're doing and the impact, and also really scrutinizing it to say, this is working, let's do more of this, or this isn't working, and let's make a pivot. So I think that's one thing that we've really honed in on and try to provide to our customers.
And how do you measure those factors to see if they're working or not?
One, just diligent reporting. So we, as our company, we have reporting that consists of, weekly, monthly, and quarterly, and just making sure we're looking at the right metrics. And any strategy that we put together before the strategy actually is implemented, we also have to answer the question, how are we going to report on whether this is successful or not? And that is actually part of, us implementing that strategy. So we have to have the reporting set up and be very clear with not only ourselves internally, but also our customers. This is what we're going to be tracking. And then we can really work collaboratively with them to ensure that, one, they understand what's going on and the impact, and then either continue to improve it, make adjustments. I think having the end in mind as far as how we're going to actually track success is really important.
Mm-hmm. So as far as an SEO campaign, how would you start that and implement it?
So as far as an SEO campaign, the first thing we're going to look at is your website. So one, that's the foundation of any SEO campaign, and really just ensuring, as far as, we don't need to get into all the details of the technical aspects of a website that is going to make it crawlable, indexable, as well as just all the on-page elements that really set the foundation for, a good website that's going to rank in search engines. But then also, having a plan to not only get those taken care of as far as any technical issues, but then really having a plan for how are we going to continue to grow this campaign. So a lot of it has to do with content. And then, obviously link building is a big part of that. And if you're creating great content and you have an outreach plan, that's certainly going to be part of it. And then really just continuing to always look for more opportunities to either find more keywords or find different ways to position the company to where, we can continue to grow this campaign and drive the right type of traffic. And I will also say on-page factors are becoming, and when I say on-page, really what the user experience and what is actually happening on site is something we're paying a lot of attention to, just because search engines at the end of the day, they want to provide the best result, and they're using data of, not only what people are clicking on, but what they're doing after the click. And if they're seeing, hey, this traffic we're driving really doesn't seem to be, liking the content we're sending them to, they're going to find other content to send them to. Because really, at the end of the day, Google wants to keep you using Google and Bing wants to keep you using Bing. And the way they do that is to make sure they're giving you the best results possible and you're satisfied.
So let's talk about that. Once somebody lands on the website, you've done your SEO, you've got your traffic, whether it's paid or whatever. Once people actually get to the website, what are those, trust triggers that are going to make them stay and believe that they are in the right place and they've chosen the right company to do business with?
So we use a phrase around our office of just take empathy and really not only think through, there's certainly best practices, and it's a little different between organic and paid as far as just what you want to do if you're using landing pages or just the full website. But taking empathy with the customer that is actually going on the website and really thinking through what are they looking for and what problems can we solve to help drive them and be the solution for them. So that's one approach that we always take, and we've taken even long before the, user experience has been really well known that it's part of the algorithm, but it's a really important step because traffic is just traffic. And really at the end of the day, our customers are hiring us to help them achieve goals, which, like I said, is typically grow sales or get more leads. And that's a big part of the equation of what happens after a click. And then for paid media in particular, just having a very solid A/B testing strategy. That's something that every paid media campaign should have and utilize. And it's really neat the data that you can get from that, that can also be, used across other platforms and other marketing initiatives. That just, it's a great thing to have as a business.
As far as the actual on-page things, what should a local business have on their page? Do they need video in today's age?
I would say absolutely yes. For an agency our size, we have committed to video pretty early, and we have a full multimedia team really because of that reason. People engage with video, whether it's utilizing video in ads or it's utilizing video as a conversion tool on a website. Video is great. It doesn't mean that if you have a website or a page without video, it's not going to convert, but it's a great tool. And again, it's really just going back to, from, if we're just talking about conversions, it's using best practices, making sure you have clear conversion paths and forms, and just make sure we're guiding people in the right direction, but then taking empathy with the customer and understanding, you have different types of customers, and how can we ensure we have content and portions of the page or the website that addresses their specific needs, and really just making it very easy for them to find those sections of the website, which is going to increase your conversion rate.
Mm-hmm. What kind of misconceptions are there about the SEO industry specifically?
So the one thing I would say about this, I think to an extent, our industry potentially is responsible for some of these misconceptions. And the first being really that there's a magic formula for SEO. And while there certainly is, a very, baseline level of knowledge that you need to have to run an SEO campaign successfully, really what we found of working with customers is just they're responsive. I never knew what my SEO company was doing. We get reports and it's, all about the robots and crawling and indexability, which that's fine. And for enterprise level sites, that typically is, one of the core things you're focusing on. But for small to medium sized businesses, there's more you can do for SEO that actually it could be understood by these business owners, and helping them understand what you're doing as an agency, particularly for SEO, and not really hiding behind the fact that, hey, this is not just all, crawl and robot txt files and XML sitemaps. There's more to SEO that actually makes a lot of sense. That one, if you're engaged as a customer, you can actually help drive our campaign to even be better. And I think really that misconception is really fueled by, there's certainly some agencies in this industry that just, they don't live up to what they've promised, and they don't do what they say they're going to do. So I think that's a misconception that, agencies that it seems like those are fading out more and more, but have kind of built up. And then I would also say one thing that we encounter sometimes is, Facebook and Google, they make it very easy to run ads. And we sometimes run into clients that say, well, I can run ads myself. And while that is certainly true, you can run ads yourself, and Facebook and Google make it very easy for you to click a button and be able to spend money on their platform. There is a certain level of knowledge, experience, tools, and structure to be able to run a very successful goal-centered campaign. So that's another misconception. And I'm not saying a customer or an in-house team can't run an effective campaign, but it's a little more than just clicking a button and all of a sudden you run a really effective Facebook marketing campaign.
Right, and you can waste a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing on both Facebook and Google running ads, can't you?
Yeah, well, they're publicly traded companies, so they're looking to certainly make money, and they make it very easy for anyone with a business account to spend money very quickly.
So what are some of the fears that business owners might have about hiring a digital marketing company?
I think really it kind of goes back to trust, and just, ensuring that they are hiring the right agency that, one, is going to do what they say they're going to do, and then is also going to help them understand, the right things to do, and not just take their money and take the easy win of, hey, they come to us and say they want to do this, and not really diving deeper to really uncover, what are your goals? Let's learn about your company, and let's really make good decisions together on what the best channel and strategy is to help you achieve your goals. So as far as the fears, I think the biggest thing just always boils back to trust, and just ensuring that you're hiring an agency that has your best interest and is going to spend your marketing dollars wisely.
Mm-hmm. What other perceived obstacles do you see that might be preventing business owners from seeking help with their SEO?
I think sometimes I think SEO and digital marketing is just becoming more a part of any business community, that not just the digital marketing community. People understand that it's important to rank in Google. People understand that you can advertise on Facebook. So as far as obstacles and what other obstacles that we see, really it's just helping business owners understand what the capabilities are. And an example is, yes, you can boost a post on Facebook, but it's different than running a Facebook ad campaign. And just those types of, obstacles that we still have. It's not as common as it used to be, just because, business owners are definitely getting more in tune with digital marketing.
And how about things like the price and the time that it takes that they would have to take away from their business? Are they obstacles that might be holding some people back?
For some businesses, it certainly is. To do digital marketing well, there is a cost involved to have, a quality campaign run. And kind of going back to this industry being still the Wild West, there's not a ton of standardization. So there's, agencies that'll run an SEO campaign for $199, and then another agency right down the street will run it for $2,000, and really helping businesses understand that those are not the same thing, and just educating them on, what actually goes into a campaign, and then having the team and the structure to actually be able to deliver on what you're promising. That's really important. But yeah, I mean, price is certainly something that we have to navigate through. And it's really just, being very transparent with our customers, building trust, and also just helping them understand what we're doing, and then tying that back to how this is going to help you achieve your goals.
So what is the difference between that $199 campaign and, a $2,000 campaign that's with a digital marketing agency?
Well, I'm not sure what you would actually do for a $199 campaign, but speaking to a bigger campaign, really, I mean, you're just going to get a team of specialists, and it doesn't always have to be a team. You can hire a consultant who just has the skill set needed to execute at a high level. But there's just going to be a lot more, attention given to your campaign. For a paid media campaign, our specialists are looking at ad spend every day and making daily adjustments to bid levels and negative keywords and all the things needed to run a great campaign. And same thing for SEO. There's always, things going on as far as whether it's a strategy to create more content, do outreach, if it is, more of an on-page technical adjustments, or if it's a local client, local citations. There's always things that can be done to either just continue to maintain or grow a campaign. And I think probably the big difference is the company that's, the $199 retainer. You probably don't hear from them too much because they really probably don't have too much to share with you because they're not doing much. And a good SEO campaign, the business owner should know what's going on. And there's going to be things happening on your website and happening with, your online assets that you can actually see. So I would say that's the big difference. And just, most likely quality as well.
Yeah. And with the cheap campaigns that you get, blasted through your email, and I know all local business owners get these emails from other countries.
Sure.
It seems like it's just some kind of templated. We will do, this work, and whether it works or not, we don't really care as long as we get our money.
I think they're just plugging into a software, or they're just plugging into a system. They're not really taking a goal-centered approach for your campaign and actually understanding your business and building strategies around who you are. So yeah, you're completely right.
Yeah, that makes all the difference because each business is individual, and they're all different, and they all have different goals as well.
Absolutely.
What are some little-known pitfalls or maybe common mistakes you see business owners make when it comes to trying to get traffic and leads online, maybe for themselves?
For themselves, I would say one pitfall is, we're not talking about them just doing work themselves, is hiring the wrong agency or hiring a agency for $199 a month, because I'm not sure what they can do for that price. But just not hiring an agency that has their best interest in mind. And then I will say it's just running across customers that, they're addicted to boost the posts, and they want the quick solution that, yes, we're doing this, but we're kind of hands off, and it's just, we're checking a box. And really, to go deep and really have a successful digital marketing campaign, no matter what channel you're utilizing or strategies you're implementing, it's going to take more time, and it shouldn't just be approached as, we're going to check this box, so now I feel better we're doing this. And really, you should just be selective of, these are the channels we're going to utilize, and we're going to do a fantastic job with these channels, and only grow it when you're ready to allocate resources or budget to, utilize the next channel.
Max, can you share with us a lesson that you learned early on that still impacts how you do business today? Maybe a mistake that you made, or, something, an obstacle or a misconception that you had to overcome yourself in business?
I mean, if I think through, I mean, there's obviously a lot that we've learned over the past 8 years of doing business, but I would say the biggest thing is just the commitment to service. My first hires were really specialists, and I kind of still handled a lot of the service. And really, I feel like if I could do it over again, one of the first hires I would have had would have been an account manager, just because in this industry, like I said, going back to trust and then consistently delivering a quality experience and providing great communication is just essential to a client agency relationship. So really just understanding how important service is and ensuring that you have the staff and resources to be able to provide service at an excellent level. That would be one lesson that I learned, that it's not just about building the website and executing the task. Our clients are looking for great service so they could really buy into your agency.
Great response. Yeah, that's exactly what they are looking for. You provide them with great service and great results, and they're going to stick around for a long time. Well, Max, if somebody listening to this wants to reach out to you and get hold of you so you can do some work for them or look at their site and see what's going on, what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
So they can visit our website, which is ventamarketing.com, or you can reach out to me directly. My email is max, M-A-X, at ventamarketing.com. And yeah, would be happy to talk with anyone that, has questions or is looking to explore a campaign.
Excellent. Well, Max Prokell, he's the owner of Venta Marketing Agency. The office is in Phoenix, Denver, and in Missouri as well. And looks like he's continuing to grow. If you want to reach out to him, please do that. Max, thanks very much for being my guest on the Trust Factor Radio today.
Thanks, Neil. I enjoyed it.
And to our listening audience, if you like what you hear, hit that like button and share, and we'll see you next time on the show.
You've been listening to the Trust Factor Radio with Neil Howe. To learn about the resources mentioned in the show and to listen to past episodes, go to thetrustfactorradio.com. To get a copy of the book, The Trust Factor, go to thetrustfactorbook.com. If you are ready to act now and build your authority, credibility, and trust, schedule a consultation with Neil at theauthorityarchitect.com.